What if one of the most breathtaking performances on The Voice didn't get the recognition it truly deserved? That's exactly what fans are asking after Austin Stancil's stunning rendition of Prince's Adore. The performance was smooth, soulful, and technically flawless, but when the results came in, many couldn't believe what they saw. Across YouTube, social media, and fan forums, people are saying one thing over and over: Austin Stancil was robbed. But what makes fans so sure? Let's take a deep look at what people are saying, and why this particular moment has sparked one of the biggest debates of The Voice season. The outrage didn't take long to erupt. Right after the episode aired, the comment section exploded. Some people said they actually had to rewind the performance just to process how good it was, and then couldn't believe Austin didn't win. Someone mentioned that this performance was so perfect it could have been on the Grammys, and another added that it's painful to see this kind of talent overlooked. A few even went further, saying that The Voice has lost all credibility when artists like Austin don't make it through. Many felt that it wasn't just about losing a round, it was about how it happened. A person pointed out, "This man didn't just sing and he delivered art. Every note was precise, every emotion genuine. How do you watch that and not say winner?" And this sentiment kept repeating over and over again. People weren't just disappointed, they were angry. Someone expressed that this show doesn't live up to its name anymore, while another said, Austin didn't lose. The Voice lost him. Now, when people feel robbed, it's often because they're comparing what they saw to what came after. Some fans said they rewatched other contestants' performances from that same night and felt that none of them even came close to the level of Austin's control and presence. One viewer wrote that his falsetto was smoother than silk, and his phrasing was professional grade. Another mentioned that they couldn't even finish watching the rest of the episode, because after Austin, everyone else sounded average. A few pointed out that this isn't the first time The Voice has made a controversial call. Some people remembered previous seasons when soulful, technically strong singers were overlooked in favor of more mainstream voices. One fan even said, "Every season there's that one artist who gets cut early and becomes the one we all remember. Austin is that artist this year." And that's a theme that kept popping up. People don't just think he was robbed. They think this moment will be remembered long after the show ends. Then there's the Prince connection, a huge part of the conversation. Dozens of viewers said that Austin didn't just cover Prince, he channeled him. Someone wrote, "Prince would be proud. That was not imitation. That was inspiration." And another person said, "If you can pull off Adore live and make people feel it, you've already won." Many felt that Austin not only captured the spirit of Prince, but added his own unique warmth and emotional depth, something few artists dare to attempt with such an iconic song. So when the results came in, fans felt like they were watching a modern legend being overlooked. One viewer even said, "That wasn't just a song, it was a moment." And the judges missed it completely. Some people described their emotional reaction in raw, powerful terms. Someone said they were literally crying halfway through the song, while another admitted they got goosebumps and had to pause. It wasn't just the voice, it was the feeling. The vulnerability. The way Austin closed his eyes during certain lines, how he let the silence breathe between phrases. One fan wrote, "He made us feel every word, like he was living the song." That's why so many viewers say his elimination felt personal, like the audience lost something. Not just the show, some even mentioned they don't want to watch The Voice anymore, because what's the point when the real talent doesn't make it through? That's a heavy statement, but it shows how deeply people connected with him. Someone summed it up perfectly. You can teach someone to sing notes, but you can't teach soul. Austin has soul. Beyond the emotional responses, there's a bigger question being raised. What exactly is The Voice rewarding these days? A few people questioned whether the show has drifted away from raw vocal ability toward more commercial or personality-driven choices. One person said, "This isn't about the best voice anymore. It's about who fits the brand." Another said, "If The Voice doesn't value what Austin just did, then what's even the point of the show's name?" Many feel that The Voice used to highlight pure singing talent, the kind that gives you chills, and that Austin brought that back in a major way. But when he didn't move forward, fans felt that the show missed a rare chance to celebrate artistry over popularity. Someone made a comparison. If this were the 70s, Austin would already have a gold record by now. That nostalgia, some for real, emotional, technically skilled music, runs deep in these reactions. Interestingly, even in their frustration, fans remain hopeful. Many are convinced this isn't the end for Austin, it's just the beginning. Someone wrote, "He doesn't need the voice to succeed, the world's already watching." Another said, "This man is going to get signed. Mark my words." Some people mentioned that they're still replaying his performance months later, proof that his music has staying power. A few said they'd buy tickets to his concert tomorrow, or pay for an album if he drops one. In other words, fans believe the show may have made a mistake, but the audience won't let it go unnoticed. And in this era of social media, that kind of organic support can be more powerful than any trophy. Moments like these raise bigger questions about the nature of art and recognition. Some people said, it's not about winning the show, it's about winning hearts. And if that's the metric, then Austyns Stancil has already won more than most. Someone pointed out that music competitions often overlook the very artists who end up defining their generation later. Think about it. Many global stars never won their talent shows, they just needed one unforgettable performance to light the spark. Austyn's Adore might be exactly that spark. Because when thousands of people are still talking about your performance months later, replaying it, quoting it, and saying they felt something real, that's not just talent. That's legacy. So, was Austin Stancil robbed? From what the audience is saying, there's no doubt. They believe he absolutely was. But here's the interesting twist. Sometimes being robbed in a competition becomes the best thing that ever happens to an artist, because it turns viewers into believers, and believers into fans. Someone summed it up beautifully. The judges might not have turned their chairs this time, but the world did. And that's the power of a performance like Austyn's. It outlives the episode, the competition, even the controversy. It becomes something people return to when they need to feel the soul of real music again, whether the voice got it wrong or not. One thing is clear, Austin Stancil didn't just sing Adore, he made the world adore him. If you enjoyed this deep dive into public reactions, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. We'll be exploring what fans are saying next about Austin Stancil's emotional legacy and the incredible impact his performance continues to have months later.